Good morning, everybody. I want to welcome you here to Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. This is a show that is dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So we're back here, day 25 now, of my favorite 31 rock albums from the year 1982. This will be album number 7, and we're going with Van Halen's Diver Down. Now, I'm going to continue a little bit with the conversation we've had throughout the week about how close all these albums are this week. It's a bit of an unusual thing. I don't think I've ever had this where I've had so many albums that could flip around. This one today, I think, has mainly gained this position because it's really kind of stood more the test of time than the other stuff. There's enough, there's some really good covers here. There's also some excellent songs here, and you've got a lot of songs that didn't necessarily make the commercial success of the album or weren't really radio friendly, but there's a lot of variety here on this album, probably more than any other Van Halen album. I think you got a little bit of everything. You got some that kind of 1930s sound going on. You've got some almost heavy metal sound. You've got some pop stuff. You got some radio friendly stuff. You've got some fantastic guitar parts. You've got some interesting noises. Yeah, it's a really strong album, I think. Now, I know a lot of people kind of shat the bed on this one, but I don't think it's that bad of an album. I guess maybe compared to some of the stuff they've done before, it's not as good, but it's still well above average as far as rock albums go from that era anyways. So this, of course, was produced by Ted Templeton, as they all were. And they've got 5 covers on this album. That's the most of any album that I like at this level. Where Have All the Good Times Gone, a cover of a Kinks song. You've got Oh Pretty Woman, that's a Roy Orbison cover. Dancing in the Streets, I'm not familiar with who the band was that originally did it. It's been covered by David Bowie and a few others as well. Then you have Big Bad Bill, which is a kind of a cover of a 60s song, I believe, 60s or 50s, I can't remember. One of my favorite on this. And then you got, of course, the Roy Rogers Happy Trails, which is Finish It Off. At one time I liked that a lot. Now I'm wondering why they did it, but it's okay. Fantastic album in a lot of regards. Probably some of the best Van Halen songs have come off this one. Hang 'Em High, I think, is really strong for them. Then you've got Little Guitars, the intro and Little Guitars, both fantastic, absolutely killer tracks. And then, of course, my personal favorite from the stuff that they did that was original from them, The Full Bug. This is a absolutely killer song, really showing off the talents of the band, and I think Eddie Van Halen, just really smoking it here throughout most of the album, I think. So some of the tracks on here too that were covers, like Oh Pretty Woman and Where Have All the Good Times Gone, and even Big Bad Bill. I think these are all better versions than the originals. I've heard them all. I think these are better versions than the original songs. Even Dancing in the Streets, I think, is the better version. So you've got four covers, and they've done them all better than the originals did, I personally think. The album cover's a little bit odd. So, I mean, it's not a bad cover, but I don't see the point to it. They could have done so much better with it, but they didn't. Anyways, a strong album, typical guitar-dominated album, got heavy stuff, lots of different sounds going on here, and I think that's what makes this album a hair better than the one we did yesterday, which was Phil Collins. It just has more good, interesting sounds than the other albums at this point. So there you have it. So Van Halen's Diver Down coming here in at number 7 of my 31 favorite rock albums from 1982. I hope you like and subscribe. That's much appreciated. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more of the episodes. And if you got any comments about Van Halen or Diver Down or anything I said, you can put that in the comment section below, which is really the interesting part of the whole show for me. Anyways, I hope to see you again tomorrow for another episode of this, and we will be back. Bye.